It's the Squier Jaguar Contemporary HH in a beautiful shoreline gold. We're going to give this thing a proper GearGasms going over today.
I do not care.
Right here on GearGasms. Hi everybody, welcome to GearGasms. I'm your host, Alan Barnes. Today, courtesy of our friends at Earle Teat Music in Delmar, Delaware. You might remember we did a video a few weeks ago where I tried 3 guitars and I ended up buying one that I didn't really buy. I just was like, man, I was just so second guessing myself. I was like, people are really going to want to see this thing. It was so cool. So they were cool enough to let me bring this and share it with you on the channel. And if you're new to the channel, I'd like to ask you to like and subscribe. This channel is kind of like Harley Benton, seeking success by copying already successful things. Celebrate mediocrity. But yeah, them old boys up at Earle Teat, they are so good to me. Chris, Dean, love you guys. They let me bring this home for a week and go over it and share it with you all. It is a glorious guitar. I've only done like 2 Squiers. This is the second Squier I've done on the channel. The first one was mine. So I'm kind of new to Squier, and I couldn't help but be impressed with just the feature set and how good this guitar feels in the hands for a Squier. Speaking of feature set, let's go over some of those. Now, if you'll remember in the video, Chris was talking about the challenge of being in guitar sales and trying to explain to people what these switches do because they change them. This one was no different. I looked it up online. Fender's website tells you that it has these switches. Does it tell you which one's which? No, it don't. But what a gorgeous guitar. Shoreline Gold is the name of this color, and it has just a slight bit of metal flake in it. I was calling these the atomic humbuckers. Is there any information about what kind of magnets in these? I couldn't find it. Do love the little laser etch on the pickup covers for those. Those are really classy and cool looking. Gibson style tunematic-ish bridge with a stop tail piece. On the back, that sculpted heel feels so gorgeous. Fender, please, just start doing this on your guitars. Just do this. It's time. It's 2022. Oh, speaking of 2022, everybody's roasting necks. It is a trend. Look at the gorgeous wood on that headstock, and I think it really pops when they roast it. Painted headstock. I normally don't love that, but I do love that on this. It makes it look really classy. Graphite nut, fantastic job, Fender Squier, on that one. 12-inch radius, that's a Les Paul radius, kids. That is very flat. 24-inch scale, that is 3/4 of an inch shorter than a Les Paul scale, and has jumbo frets. They are polished really well, finished at the ends really well. I'm gonna give this thing the GearGasms treatment, and by the GearGasms treatment, I mean I'm gonna play it poorly in a variety of different switches and with a variety of different amp settings. Gonna be using the Boss Katana for this demo, just like we did in the store again. I still got my jacked up arm, so the playing is gonna be even more pitifully pedestrian than it normally is. Now I normally start on the clean. We're gonna start on the dirty this time. What? Yeah, give you what you want right up front. The reason I'm doing that is Squier Fender claims that these are atomic humbuckers. So, all right, that's a bold name, atomic. So we're gonna see, we are on the brown channel of the Boss Katana. Gain is at about 3/4 of the way up. I do have the green boost on a little over halfway because we want to get this thing into maximum chug. Now let's see if the if the switch makes any difference. I believe I started in single coil. Let's try it in humbucker. Hear any difference? Single. Series parallel. Back the other way. So we just clearly demonstrated that at high gain, these two switches, it's not really going to matter much. Maybe you can tell on the single notes. Let's give it a shot. Before we do that, let's give it a little bit of delay. Humbucker Series bridge. Single coil. Nah, I ain't hearing it. Middle position. Neck. Still, that is such a beautiful, glorious sound, that neck. Let's try it single coil. Now I could hear that. How many out of tune bends did I do? It's a drinking game. Are you counting? But yeah, the atomic, okay, they'll go. Heroin. Okay, let's throw a little delay on.
Nice.
La 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 lead. Oh, there you go. There it is. Wait a minute. Let's see if I can get that one. You know, I was gonna say I feel the cramped scale more in these lower frets, and you definitely, it feels mini.
That's what she said.
It's not as noticeable up high, but it sort of kind of is. You can still feel a little bit. You got a little less room to plant your feet. You have to play a little more precisely, and as you know, for me, that's quite the challenge. I forgot to do the pinch harmonic test. And of course, this heel, this nice sculpted heel. Hello, Fender, do that on all your guitars. It's time. Easy to get to the high stuff. On to some cleans. That was just me playing with the tone control in the middle position. Clean tone on the katana. A little bit of verb. That's the neck position. Humbuckers series. Let's do neck single series. Humbucker. Series or parallel. Humbucker parallel, neck. Jesus Lord, there's too many sounds on this. Ooh, that sounds woolly, doesn't it? Series. So many sounds. Now look. I'm just winging it. You'll get what you get. Oh, you didn't do the middle position single coil parallel. I'm sorry I missed it, yo. You try smoking pot and making these videos. Smoking pot. I just gave away my age, didn't I? You kids are on pot. I know you are. Oh yeah, ooey gooey. Single coil, straight up, that Fender. That sort of Fender neck, that Fender neck, that helps me bend in tune. And I have to say, the tuning has been holding pretty steady with this thing. I've been hitting it pretty hard.
That's what she said.
We'll go humbucker neck, and then we will do the doohickey switch. Parallel series. Definitely sounds a little more rude the other way. Middle humbucker series. Oh, we'll just give it this one. Single coil. Single coil parallel. Single coil series. You shouldn't even need the manual. Your ear should tell you which one of these switches does what. Oh, sounds so good. No. Fooled you, didn't I? Bridge. Bridge the regular way. Let's just call it the regular way. Can I bend those two notes in a more ugly unison way? Yeah, whatever this switch combination is I would call it most rude. So yeah, you could do all that contra shit. On to crunch. We are recording. That's what we do. Let's do a little crunch. Sue me, Jimmy, from beyond the grave. This here is the neck. Double coil, I believe it's series. Neck back. Single coil. Split or whatever, series parallel. Humbucker parallel. same thing with the single coil. Useless switches. No, you can hear them in the room. I'm sure it's not translating, but yeah, this thing really, really shines on clean and crunched. Thanking once again Dean and Chris at Earle Teat Music in Delmar, Delaware for letting us foster this guitar for a few days and share it with you guys on the channel. What did we learn today? We learned that Squier Fender cannot seem to get good information into the consumer's hand or in their dealer's hand about what some of these switches on these offset guitars do. For the love of God, please, will you just give us a wiring diagram? Come on! We also learned that if you ever figure out these stupid switches, there's a lot of different tones you can get out of this guitar. And finally, we learned, despite my reservations about this very short 24-inch scale, maybe size does not matter as much as women have led us to believe that it does.
This is your mom.
As always, I thank you for the time that you spend with the channel. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Tell some of your dirty, embarrassing, shameful, moochy, freeloading Section 8 ghetto friends about GearGasms. You know they're going to fit right in here perfectly. We got merch. Now, you can't buy that merch with a WIC check or an EBT card, but I swear to God, if there was a way that I could figure out how to let you guys do that, I would. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell Alan Holdsworth about it, because he's straight up deceased, bro. Did you know that? Because he's dead. Spoiler alert, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. If you're finding out here, I'm sorry. Alan Holdsworth's straight up dead, bro. Did you know that? Not a lot of people do. But play more guitar. Watch less of this, and keep coming back here week after week for more GearGasms.